Ravens going up on CBS, and you know it pays good to play good. Lamar Jackson signed up for RB1 on that depth chart. Dobbins goes down with a torn Achilles that is confirmed. His season will come to a close in week 1.
Lamar, you told us that it felt like forever since you had played. Getting back out there, how'd it feel?
I feel like it showed a little bit. I feel like it showed a little. Haven't been out here, since November. But it feels great to be out here. First game, 1-0. Just got to keep building, keep stacking, and keep getting better.
Definitely a little bit rusty, but this brand new offense, these brand new parts, what was good? What do you feel good about?
I love our receiving core. Those guys flying around, making things happen. I love our offensive line, man, the backs. I feel like we played good for our first game. Guys not playing preseason, being out of football for a long time. Odell, myself. I feel like it was pretty good.
All right, you told us to watch for Zay Flowers, but you did just say Odell. 574 days of a break for him. He was really the catalyst in telling you this team was serious. First time actually playing in a real game with him. Better than you expected?
Definitely, but I already expected it. Not better than I expected, but I already knew what was going to happen. He just need more touches, of the ball. That guy's nice. That guy's nice.
Did he ask you for more touches?
He was cool. He was doing his thing out there. He was blocking, for the run game. But those catches he made and the yak out there, it was crazy.
All right, then. Lamar, thank you. We'll see you next week.
I appreciate you.
Bye.
Love me some Lamar. There's going to be plenty on that man's shoulders this season, especially losing the running back next to him. But it's hard to win in this league, Mac. We know that. First-round quarterbacks in week 1 since 2020.
Wow.
Ain't a win amongst them. Anthony Richardson, C.J. Stroud, and Bryce Young, the 3 most recent to suffer losses in their debuts. Back in studio, Joe Musso alongside Bryant McFadden here to react to what we saw from these Ravens. I want to first go on Dobbins, and then we'll talk about the greater picture for them, not just moving forward, but here in this 60 minutes. You lose your star running back. It's a team, like we said, that has dealt with attrition over these last few seasons and dealt with it relatively well, but it's never what you're looking for. How does this offensive attack change in the absence of Dobbins?
Well, even with a healthy Dobbins, you still saw different faces in the backfield. We saw Justin Hill, who's been a reoccurring face in the backfield, and the same can be said for Gus Edwards. So I think this was going to be a rotation, to say the least, but Dobbins was your featured guy. But this has kind of been his storyline for his entire professional career, the inability to stay healthy. Remember, he sat out of training camp trying to get a long-term deal, something like that. Of course, it didn't get done. He came back into the lineup, and now he's out for the year. So if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I understand this has been like musical chairs at the running back position, but let's see how things evolve in the backfield without J.K. Dobbins, because if things are not really working as well, there's a disgruntled running back that's also in the AFC in Jonathan Taylor. We know we won't see him for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, but eventually he will be healthy and ready to go. And if you're the Baltimore Ravens, if you don't like exactly what's happening in the backfield with Hill and Edwards, throw something out there to the coach and see what it actually would take to be able to get a guy like JT in your lineup. Because if you think about what they have going on offensively, you didn't see Mark Andrews today, but of course Zay Flowers seemed to be a big-time contributor for their offense. They got Bateman, you got Odell Beckham. If you get a guy like Jonathan Taylor standing next to Lamar Jackson, me being a Pittsburgh Steeler, I wouldn't want to see it, but I got to be unbiased in my take. I think that might be something to consider. Yeah, we'll see if they try and add to that room in terms of those who are still there and the performances here in week 1. Lamar, 17 of 22, $169, an interception, sort of careless with the ball at times. Shout out to our people upstairs chopping up the highlights, do an amazing job. Hard to show the struggles in a 16-point victory when you're talking about the Ravens, but this is a game that if you're up against a different type of opponent, could have been a loss because of those struggles. Where does the Ravens need to clean things up here? Well, more efficient offensively. Remember, the storyline coming from the Ravens camp with all the new additions at the pass catching position was a more explosive offense, a more aggressive offense. We didn't really see that from the Baltimore Ravens. We didn't see that from Lamar Jackson. This game was mostly about the Baltimore Ravens defense, making C.J. Stroud look like a rookie, putting him in difficult situations he was not able to deliver. And the Baltimore Ravens just made timely plays when they needed to make timely plays. But we didn't see the efficiency. We saw some sloppiness coming from Lamar Jackson. But they played against a team that's trying to figure out who they are as well. I think we'll see more explosive plays, or the attempt to create those plays moving forward. But they got the best opponent in week 1 for them. At home, new team, with new head coach, new quarterback, a lot of new pieces, and they took advantage of it because we didn't see a lot for them offensively, but like you mentioned, double-digit win.
Yeah, the Ravens going to take some time to get Lamar, Todd Monken on the same page as well in that high-powered offense. It is a win in week 1 of this one as we take a look at some numbers coming out of it. And you know he's always got the boys ready. Preseason, they had the streak. Week 1, he's a problem as well. John Harbaugh, week 1 wins by 15-plus points. Now has 8 of them, second most in NFL history. New era for the Cardinals with first-year head coach Jonathan Gannon by way of, I don't know, it's a tough game. Sam Howell taking a lick by Kaiser White. Would be a flag. Try and kick out the cobwebs here, ensuing Washington drive. After a long pass interference, set them up with a short field. Howell to Brian Robinson. Commanders up 7-0. Many men. Commanders, a 91-yard drive. Late second, 3rd and 10. Ball is out. Howell. It stripped.